What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rip City Rundown, and we are talking Sweet 16 basketball. We've got 8 more previews for you guys this week, and we're starting it off with one of my favorite matchups of the Sweet 16, a matchup I predicted in my bracket, and that is Kansas State versus Michigan State. I think this is going to be a really good game, and I'm really excited to talk about both teams. Let's talk about Kansas State first, the 3 seed, coming in with 2 wins, one over 14 seed Montana State, and then just won a grinded out game against Kentucky, 75-69. And they're led by their 2 All-Americans, both third-team All-Americans this season, and Marcus Noel and Keontae Johnson, and it's been the Marcus Noel show for the first 2 games of this tournament. In their 75-69 win against the Kentucky Wildcats, Noel put up 27 points and had 9 assists, got to the free throw line at will, 10 of 11 from the free throw line. And then against Montana State, he had 17 points and 14 assists. He right now is an early favorite for player of the tournament. I know they just do player of the Final Four, but from the first week, he's obviously got to be in the top 5 of most valuable players of the first week. And then you look at Keontae Johnson. He had a good game in the first one against Montana State, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. But he struggled against Kentucky, only shot 5 of 14 from the field, only had 13 points, but hit the big-time 3 to put the game to, it was somewhat the dagger 3 down the stretch for the Wildcats. They're a scary team. We've seen the viral clips of them recently, vibing to Lil Baby. I picked them to go to the Final Four prior to this tournament starting. They're in the Final Four for my bracket. Let's see if it happens. I think Kansas State's got a really good chance at winning this game. Believe it or not, Michigan State is actually 2-point favorites, and we'll talk about why that is. Michigan State comes into these 2 games, a win against USC 72-62, which I actually did not get to watch. That was the first game on Friday. Wasn't able to get around to that one, so I'm going to have to do box score watching for that one. But I did get a good chance to watch the Marquette one. But we look at that first game against USC. They did a great job holding Boogie Ellis. He was only 3 of 12 from the field, only had 6 points. And then on the offensive end, A.J. Hoggard, 11 points. Joey Hauser, 4-3, 17 points. And then Tyson Walker, 12 points. And then we look at that second game against Marquette. They honestly felt like they had control the whole game. And again, this is another one. I picked Michigan State to upset Marquette. I wasn't a huge fan of the Marquette team. Shaka Smart tends to kind of struggle in the tournament ever since that VCU game, or VCU team when he took them to the Final Four. But Tyson Walker was the guy. 23 points. Got to the free throw line 2 at will, 7 of 8. A.J. Hoggard played pretty well. Had 13 points, 4 assists. You saw Sissoko and Hauser get on the boards, 10 rebounds each. But I think the reason this team is favored by 2 is just honestly the Tom Izzo effect. I can't really see a reason other than that. I think Kansas State is the more talented team, is the better team. This game has taken place in the Garden. Michigan State's played in a lot more bigger games throughout the season. I mean, this Kansas State team was picked to finish last in the Big 12 prior to this season. But obviously, they've got the 2 best players on the floor. And with that being said, I can't see a world, or I obviously can see a world, but I can't see a world where I pick Michigan State. So if you're betting this game, I would take Kansas State +2. Obviously, if you're picking in brackets for second chance brackets or something like that, or you just want to know who's probably going to win the game, I think Kansas State gets this one done. I'm not going to go against them. They can pass the ball. They average 17 assists per game, more than Michigan State only averages 14. I think this is obviously going to be a really close game. It's really hard to bet against Tom Izzo and March. These are 2 teams that I just love. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at either winning. I think, honestly, the winner of this game could possibly go to the Final Four, even though FAU and Tennessee are 2 very solid teams. But I think this is the better game of the group. Taking place in Madison Square Garden, give me Kansas State to win this one, and I think, given they win, they cover the 2.5 or 2-point spread that's favoring Michigan State. So give me Kansas State in this one.